Doodlebud. Today is just a really simple and quick one. I'm going to share with you my current favorite black ink. I did a video a little while ago. I think it was like my top 5 favorite black inks. That was before I got some of this stuff. I got this from Bleskit. Check out their site. I'll have a link below. Don't forget the discount code Doodlebud22. Saves you 10%. And you can also get it, anywhere else. But if you're in Canada, good spot. Anyways, I inked up my Karen for the review with another Private Reserve ink, Avocado, just because I thought it sort of matched, but that's really not the ink I wanted in there. I wanted this stuff in there. So it's just been bugging me ever since I got the pen. This is the ink I want in here. So I'm gonna flush it out, put in the ultra black, and just compare it to a few other blacks. It sort of reminds me of a Sharpie a little bit, that color, especially if you use a really nice, great stub. And that's, I've got ultra black and like quite a few pens. If I want a black ink, this is the one I go for. So yeah, I'll just clean out this one here. We'll ink it up, show you what it looks like. So, maybe you're looking for a nice black ink. Maybe this is for you, maybe it isn't. Just had an idea though. I got this giant jug of DIY pen wash that I made. Got a video on that. It's a real pain to work with something this big, but it's so economical. I need a smaller vessel to flush out a pen. That little Karen, I gotta use a little pen wash to do it. What could I use? Enter brilliant idea. I had just a half a shot of this the other day. I thought this would be a perfect little container to hold some pen wash, but what do I do with the contents inside? All right, I think that's how you do it. All right. Might as well see how much she holds, just a little over 50 ml. Of course, leaving your space a little room at the top. So it's the perfect size to put your pen in. Draw up your pen flush and flush it out. I take this to the sink to finish it off. Now we're ready to fill her up, and the giant mason jar wide bottle tops on Private Reserve. Yeah, not my favorite design, but whatever it is what it is. You get a decent buy on these. They're pretty affordable inks. You get quite a bit. Just not in love with that bottle design. You gotta really wipe it down. Like, there's just ink getting everywhere every single time. Now, since I came up with the test, I might as well do it that's using these little capillary tubes to check surface tension on inks. I had a little time to think about this since I've done my test last time. And so you just fill it up. You do actually want to coat the tube first. Oh, there we go, focus. Sorry about that. You want to coat the tube first because, well, that's how it's going to work in the pen, right? You're going to fill up your pen. The feed and all that is going to be saturated. It's going to get filled up. So actually what I want to do is, let the ink go from side to side on the tube, and then that'll give you an idea of how well it flows. So you can see this one, and this is, that's a bit weird because this feels like a very nice ink with really good flow, but it looks like surface tension is kind of high because it is not moving very fast in these tubes. This would be what I would say is one of the higher surface tension inks I have. That does explain a bit the longer dry time. It's not going to fully wet on the page very quick. That's different than what I expected because it feels very nice and I find I get really great flow out of a pen. So maybe the surface tension isn't the only parameter. It's not the only parameter, by the way, but very interesting. Now, before I get writing, I don't want this to get all watered down. All right, let's give this a go. So it's a nice black, nothing crazy, but I find just the way it looks on the page, again, doing this on the camera, you can never replicate things perfectly. It just comes across quite nice. It's a nice black, a little bit of something to it. The right paper and the right pen, you can even get a little kind of sheen to it. I find it really shines on other papers. I'm going to show you the Regalia paper in a moment. But also, if you can get a nice stub, this is my Narwhal Horizon. It's got a lovely stub on it, and it just flows out there wonderfully. But yeah, I have the Ultra back in tons of pens. Here's the Sharpie. I thought, especially in this stub, it reminds me of a Sharpie. The colors are quite different, so I don't know what I was thinking there. But let me show you what it does in Regalia paper. It's quite nice. Here we got the Regalia. Yeah, there we go. Right away, I can just see it. It's much more absorbent. You can just see how much thicker it makes this nib. I added in Noodler's Black just for reference because that's a pretty popular black ink. But yeah, on the Regalia paper, things just go different. The Sharpie gets this kind of interesting sheen to it. Here's the Ultra Black. It starts to get a sheen to it. I did some little tests there with the same color sets. NB is Noodler's Black. Then we got the Private Reserve, and there's the Sharpie there. But yeah, there's just something about it. It's got a little bit of a, maybe that's a purple to it, but it comes out of the pen just so nice. I love the flow of it, even though when I did that test with the surface tension, it seems like this would be a drier ink. So, you know, there's a component to the paper as well. It's like the holy tricorn, right? You got the pen, you got the ink, you got the paper. If they do the right things together, things work out quite well. Okay, now the pen has the correct ink in it. I can finally go to sleep. This has been bugging me. I've been meaning to do this for days. I had a few minutes before I call it quits here, which I should probably do soon. But I'm happy it's in there now. I don't know what it is. I do have darker black inks, but something keeps just calling me back to this one. If I'm ever thinking of a black ink to put in a pen, I don't mess around. I just go straight for this one, and I'm happy I do every single time. Anyways, love to hear from you. Like I said, what's your favorite black ink that you go for? Comments, likes, shares, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.